Aloha, I'm Seth Ladd, producer of Aloha on Rails, and I'm lucky to sit here today with Dan Leuck and Laurence Lee. They live, work, and play here in the islands, and they're here to talk to us about Aloha on Rails in Hawaii. So thanks guys for coming out.
Thank you for having us.
First of all, what's the main activity you would give as a piece of advice for people coming out to Hawaii?
I'd say hit the beaches, straight out. We've got beautiful warm waters. The water is always blue.
What's your favorite beach?
I like Waikiki, Diamond Head area.
Okay, excellent. So the conference is right in Waikiki, so you're going to be able to hit that really easily. Excellent.
Yep.
How about Dan, any advice?
Yeah, I actually really like diving. We have fantastic diving, fantastic fish here in Hawaii. I also am a big fan of hiking. That's something a lot of people don't know about Hawaii, but having hiked really in a lot of locations around the world, this is my favorite place to hike in the world. It's Hawaii and Madagascar, and Hawaii's much easier. So we have fantastic hiking right in this valley we're in right now, Manoa Valley, which I think is one of the most beautiful places on earth. We have some incredible hikes with waterfalls and banyan trees that take up a city block and all kinds of crazy stuff.
What's one hike that you can recommend everyone that they do?
A short, easy hike is right up here in Manoa Valley. It's called Manoa Falls. And if you're feeling more ambitious, there's another hike that starts at the end of Manoa Falls that goes up to the ridge and has some beautiful views of Honolulu.
That's awesome, yeah. You guys have been to some conferences before, I'm sure. What motivates you to come to conferences? Why should anyone attend a conference at all?
I like the networking aspect and just finding out the bleeding edge of what's available in the technology. These are the experts who don't always have time to blog and don't always have time to publish their work, so it really makes a huge difference to be able to go into the same room as these people and pick their brains a little bit during the conference and in the intermissions in between.
You have a chance to interact with thought leaders in the area, the people that are defining the APIs, defining the frameworks, and pick their brain about where they're going, not just with what's the next big release, but what is the strategy. And you really don't have that many opportunities to interact with those people. So I think that's one of the advantages, and also the chance to travel to great places. I think the Aloha on Rails conference has both a better lineup and better weather than the Siberian Rails conference. So.
Yeah, it was a toss-up.
Yes.
You guys both work for Ikayzo. Dan, you're a founder of Ikayzo. You're based here in Hawaii. Tell us a little bit about your company.
So Ikayzo is basically a software company married to an interactive agency. So we do everything from starting with, for new companies, the brand identity, the product identity, user experience design, all the way back to the back end, all the way to making things pretty and useful and easy and fun on the front end.
You guys use a wide range of technologies, Rails, .NET. I know, Laurence, you played with Sinatra. How does that affect the way you approach one of these conferences?
If Rails is 3 steps ahead of .NET, for example, I can bring those ideas into a .NET application and code forward for the .NET guys to catch up with Rails.
So I'm sure there's some people still on the fence about coming to Hawaii for Aloha on Rails. What's one piece of advice you can give to help them make that decision and come on out?
Come out for Hawaii, bring the family, enjoy the island food. My particular favorite is a restaurant called Chow Mein. Asian fusion, European influence, but a lot of local island flavors, especially with the fresh catch seafood. It just cannot be beat.
Yeah, I think the lineup sells itself. Seth and the organizers have done a fantastic job. We're in what I think is the most beautiful place on earth. So great technology, great people, great place.
Totally.
So yeah, I think another good reason to come to this conference is there's some companies in Hawaii hiring. So you might end up with a job in paradise.
That is a good point. Well, on behalf of all the attendees and speakers of Aloha on Rails and everyone coming out for the conference, I want to thank you both for the time, and I know everyone's excited to come meet you and spend a beautiful week in Hawaii. So mahalo for the time, and see you at Aloha on Rails.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you.